I'm Charles Kenny. I'll be teaching MSFS 702 International Relations in the Age of Plenty in the fall. I'm a senior fellow at a think tank in Washington, D.C. called the Center for Global Development, where I think about issues from trade and migration to environment and global peacekeeping. In the last year, I've come up with a proposal with the Canadian government to incentivize troop-contributing countries to provide more women peacekeepers by paying them more for women peacekeepers. I've looked at antibiotic resistance in livestock and proposed an international treaty around antibiotic use in farms worldwide. And I've set up an initiative looking at the future of national comparative advantage worldwide in the face of change from AI and robotics. I've written on development topics for The Economist, for foreign policy, for a range of different outlets. I used to have a column at Foreign Policy called The Optimist, and I'm currently a regular contributor at The Economist. My book, The Upside of Down, Why the Rise of the Rest is Good for the West, discusses some of the themes I want to talk about in this course. But before that, I was at the World Bank, where I worked on projects in countries from Afghanistan and Iraq to Indonesia and Mongolia to Chile and Kenya. And that gave me a great vantage point to see the huge global changes that have been going on over the last 20 years worldwide. In the last 25 years, the global economy has doubled and the number of people living in extreme poverty has gone down by more than half. And behind that, dramatic changes in the nature of the global economy. The proportion of people going to college and university worldwide has doubled over the last 20 years. The mobile phone has gone from fewer than 1 per 100 people to 97 per 100 people in the last 20 years. The proportion without electricity has halved. Agriculture now accounts for just 4% of global GDP, with services for 2/3 of GDP. And that is part of a transformation which means that land and resources and brute numbers of people has less and less to do with economic dynamism and global power. Meanwhile, interconnectedness and shared concerns from production chains through climate change to antibiotic resistance and pandemic risk loom larger and larger. And that's just one set of factors behind a transformation in international relations that is seeing war as a tool for policy becoming a complete anachronism, that is seeing forces of global interconnection and global cooperation from issues including resistance to clean energy technology becoming ever more central, becoming the central questions of international relations. And international relations in an age of plenty will examine this intersection of development and international relations to ask, what does global social and economic change mean for foreign policy in the 21st century? I hope the course would excite SFS students interested in future priorities in defence and diplomacy, as well as those who want to think about development assistance in the sort of broader context of foreign policy. I hope to see you soon.